Zlatka. Víc než rádio.
Posloucháte Rádio Zlatka, no a dneska máme velmi vzácného hosta, protože tady v Praze bude hrát, respektive už odehrál svůj set pan Solarstone, kterýho určitě všichni znáte a posloucháte. Tak jsme si ho pozvali k nám do rádia jakožto velmi exkluzivního hosta. Já ho teď přivítám za všechny posluchače. So, hi, Rich.
Hello.
I want to welcome you from all listeners and your fans because you are very popular.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. We're proud that you are here. You're our first international guest.
Really?
Really. And we're proud that is you. Teď se zeptám Solarstona nebo Richarda, chcete-li, jak se vůbec dostal k muzice. So, Richard, how was your way to music? When do you realize that music is the thing that...
When did I realise it's what I wanted to do?
Yes.
I've only ever really been interested in music since I was a kid. I was always useless at everything else in school, apart from music. I grew up in Wales, in a remote part of Wales, and there was nothing else to do apart from listen to music, so...
Takže Richard řekl, že od dětství že se velice zajímal o hudbu, protože vyrůstal ve Walesu, kde v podstatě nebylo nic jiného na práci, než poslouchat hudbu. And what kind of music did you listen as you were a child?
As a child? God, my mum was into like sort of progressive rock and people like ELO and Genesis and Yes and stuff like that.
Takže Richarda jsem se zeptal, jakou hudbu poslouchal, když byl dítě, a on mi odpověděl, že jeho máma byla v podstatě progresivní rockerka, takže to byli lidi jako Yes, Genesis a další. So rock is completely different from dance and trance music.
Well, progressive rock and progressive sort of house are kind of they're similar in a way that you know, when you produce either type of music, you try to do stuff that's a little bit unusual and not sort of contemporary. So they're kind of similar, but I'm not a rock fan. Not really.
Říkal jsem Richardovi, že vlastně rock a taneční muzika jsou v podstatě úplně odlišní. On říkal, že tam není tolik těch odlišností, že jsou v něčem i podobní, ale že není rockovej fanda. You listened rock as a child. And when did you realize that trance is the point of your life?
It wasn't really trance. It was more acid house. When I was a teenager, I had this a big aerial on the roof of my bedroom, and I used to listen to a station in Luxembourg called Radio Luxembourg. And I remember hearing, I was actually talking about this to my manager on the flight on the way over. I remember hearing Chime by Orbital, and that record just blew me away. And I remember thinking that I could make this kind of music because you don't need to have any sort of real musical ability in order to do it.
Takže jsem se Richarda zeptal, jak se dostal ke trancu, a on mi odpověděl, že vlastně že vlastně začínal na acid houseu, že vlastně uslyšel Orbital a že vlastně v tu chvíli si uvědomil, že chce dělat muziku. So, Rich, you have a very interesting nickname.
Oh, you mean my artist name? Solarstone?
Yes.
Oh, right, I thought you meant something else.
Sorry, artist name. Why Solarstone?
It's quite a long story. Are you sure you want to translate all of this into Czech?
If you can short it.
Well, the basic story was that I was previously in a band called the Space Kittens, and we produced this new track, which is in a different style, which was The Calling, and we needed a new name, and the guy from the record label called us up and he said, "You've got 20 minutes to think of a new name, otherwise we're going to call you something really rubbish." So we had this a book in the studio of like ancient art pieces of art and, you know, sort of old carvings and stuff. And what we decided to do was we were going to throw the book up in the air, and it would land on the floor, open at a page, and whatever was on that page that was what we were going to call the band. So we threw the book up in the air, and it landed on the floor. And when I picked it up, there was an old Egyptian painting of this guy looking up at the sky and this meteor coming down, and it was called the Solarstone.
Takže jsem se zeptal Richarda, jak se dostal vlastně ke svý přezdívce Solarstone, a on říkal, že to je strašně dlouhá storka, ale zkrátil jí a je to hodně zajímavý, protože on vlastně byl v mládí členem jakýsi skupiny a chtěl dělat track, který byl úplně jiný od toho, co dělala ta skupina, a tak mu manažer tehdy řekl, ať si vybere vlastně jméno umělecký, pod kterým se ten nick dělat, a dostal na to 20 minut, takže šel někam do knihovny či kam a měli tam nějaký knihy, jakýsi starý maleb. No a on se rozhodl, že prostě vezme tu knížku, vyhodil ji do vzduchu a spadla právě na stránce, kde byla jakási egyptská malba, kde bylo napsáno jenom The Solarstone, takže podle toho se vlastně jmenuje, takže je to v podstatě velmi, velmi triviální.
Jedeme v tom s váma. Jedeme v tom s váma na Zlatce.
Richard, your album Pure is perfect, definitely perfect.
Can I just ask you how did you remember all of that I just said and then translate it into Czech?
It's a gift.
It's amazing. Well done.
Thank you. Your album Pure is very, very well. It's definitely perfect.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
What do you say about the reviews of this album, because they are very, very good?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, it was. I've mentioned this recently, and people have been quite surprised. But when I recorded the Pure album, I thought it was going to be my last album, because I didn't really like what was happening in the trance scene at all. I didn't really feel like I had much of a place in it. And so I felt that I was going to release this album and it was going to be the kind of trance music that I loved, and if nobody else liked it I didn't really care, and that was going to be it. And then I was just totally shocked when the album came out that, you know, the response to it was huge. It's definitely the biggest thing I've ever done.
Takže jsem se zeptal Richarda na to jeho album Pure, že ty ohlasy jsou velmi, velmi dobrý, a on mi odpověděl, že vlastně to vůbec nečekal, že když to dělal, tak po tom, co se děje na trancové scéně, vlastně si myslel, že to bude jeho poslední album a že ty ohlasy ho hodně šokovaly a velmi příjemně překvapily. You have in our chart song Pure, and it's in the actual week is 4th, and it in chart is 22 weeks.
That's amazing.
And your mix for Delirium, Days Long into Nights, is first.
That's really, really cool. It sounds like the people in this part of the world really understand what I'm doing, you know, musically.
Yes.
And so I've been to Prague once before, you know. I recorded with the Prague Philharmonic Orchestra 2 years ago. I was working on some music for a film score, and I was over here with a musical partner of mine working with the orchestra, but this is the first time I've actually done a DJ gig here.
Říkal jsem Richardovi, respektive, že tady má u nás vlastně Pure ve Zlatka chart, který je 4. aktuálně a má 22 týdnů držák a první vlastně jeho mix pro Delirium. No a on mi na to řekl, že vlastně je strašně rád, že to tak je a že je po druhý v České republice, že ale poprvé tady byl v podstatě dělat muziku pro film s Pražským filharmonickým orchestrem a že teďko je tady poprvé jako DJ. Are you excited for tonight?
Yeah, I am, because full-on events are always really good anyway. But it's like you say, there's so much like positive feedback coming from Praha, sorry. That I'm really looking forward to it. It's gonna be cool.
Ptal jsem se Richarda, jestli se těší na dnešní vystoupení, říkal, že jo, že strašně moc, že Full On je velmi dobrá akce a že on má vlastně z Prahy jenom jakože pozitivní ohlasy a ta pozitivní odezva lidí, že se na to strašně moc těší. So Richard, in your album Pure, you have some cooperations with DJs like Eli and Fila, Giuseppe Ottaviani, and so on. Can you tell our listeners how did these cooperations look like?
How did they happen?
Yes, but its point is that if you and Giuseppe Ottaviani, for example, are in a studio in the same time, or
yeah, I see what you mean. Well, that never happened. Previously to this album, I'd never done a collaboration with somebody over the internet. ever. I always said I didn't want to work that way, but I was kind of put under a bit of pressure by the record label to do this. So I thought, okay, what the hell, I'll have a go. But it was really easy. It was just kind of like, with both tracks, they were both based upon like rough demos that I'd already done. And I sent to Giuseppe and to Fadi, I just sent them the demo and the parts, and then they kind of like stripped them down and then added their own sounds and then sent them back, and then I just kind of finished them off. So it's not a way I'd like to work too often, but it kind of works with those two guys.
Ptal jsem se Richarda na jeho spolupráce vlastně na albu Pure, kde je třeba s Giuseppem Ottavianem nebo s Eden Fila, a ptal jsem se ho, jestli vlastně jsou spolu ve studiu nebo jestli si to poslal elektronicky, a on mi na to odpověděl, že v podstatě nebyl nikdy předtím, nedělal takovýhle kooperace a že není toho příznivcem, ale že producenti mu řekli, ať to teda zkusí, no tak on, že si zkusil nějaký 2 dema a vlastně naposílali si to zpátky takhle s Eden Fila a s Giuseppem a v podstatě to fungovalo. Říkal, že toho nadále není příznivce, ale že občas takhle, že to není špatný udělat.
Se Zlatkou si užiješ nejvíc. Radio Zlatka.cz.
Richard, if you were tell name of 3 trance songs of year 2012.
Oh, that's easy. Yeah, that's easy. Well, I really love Eternal Flame by Alex Morph. Absolutely love that record. The Reach Out for the Stars mix. Amazing record. I love Alchemy by Above and Beyond with Zoe Johnston. I love that record. And why are you laughing?
Because
you knew I was going to say that.
Because in our country, Alchemy.
It's a big tune.
No.
Nobody likes it.
No, nobody. But most people hated it.
Really? Oh
yes.
no! God, I love that record. Yeah, it's beautiful. I think it's amazing.
So our boss leaving when play
honestly,
Alchemy.
Well,
yes.
I like the album version, not the club mix. It's the album version of it. I don't like the club mix at all, but the album version is beautiful. And I also love what did I like this year? Giuseppe Ottaviani's mix of I Don't Deserve You, Paul van Dyk. That's a big tune for me as well. I mean, I'd like to say my own tracks, but I can't do that.
Takže ptal jsem se Richarda, aby jmenoval 3 songy, vím, že to je málo, ale prostě není čas. 3 trancový songy letošního roku, takže mi odpověděl, že určitě Alex Morph, Eternal Flame, pak taky překvapivě Above and Beyond, Alchemy, na což jsme se tady dostali do velmi zajímavé diskuze, ale že má rád tu albovou verzi a ten 3. track byl Giuseppe Ottaviani mix pro Paula van Dyka I Don't Deserve You.
But those tracks are actually my favourite 3 tracks from the last kind of like 2 months.
Yes.
And for the whole year, I really couldn't say.
No, to mi řekl, že to jsou vlastně jeho oblíbený tracky z posledních 2 měsíců a že za poslední rok nemůže toho moc říct. So, Richard, what do you say about you speak about Above and Beyond? What do you say about the thing that they decided to rename their show from Trance Around the World to Group Therapy Radio?
How do I feel about it?
Most people say that it's a kick off the trance.
I don't know. My radio show used to be called Deep Blue Radio Show, and now it's called Solaris International. And the reason for that was because I had a label called Deep Blue, and then I left it and I set up a new one. So that's why I changed the name of my show. And in my opinion, Above and Beyond, you know, their group therapy thing is what they do now. And it's not just about trance, it's about all different types of electronic dance music. And they don't really play that much what we call trance on their show anymore. They play all different types of electronic music. So to me, it kind of makes sense.
Ptal jsem se Richarda, když už začal těch Above and Beyond, co říká na změnu vlastně jména jejich show, že se to už nemenuje Trance Around the World, ale Group Therapy Radio. On říkal, že s tím v podstatě nemá problém, že jeho show se taky jmenuje Solaris International, protože má label Solaris International a že mu to přijde logický, že to přejmenuje na Group Therapy, protože je to, co teď aktuálně dělají. Richard, what do you say about call it Eastern invasion from trance?
What do you mean?
People like Andrew Rayel, Ida, Airport.
What about them? Where are they from?
It's from Eastern Europe.
I hadn't noticed, really. I don't really pay any attention to where they're from. I just like good music.
Yes. Ptal jsem se ho vlastně na to, co říká na tu, dejme tomu, východní invazi v trancu a on mi vlastně odpověděl velmi vtipně, že vůbec vlastně neví, odkud ty lidi, jako je Andrew Rayel Airport, jsou, ale že se mu to strašně líbí. What are your plans for the future?
My God, that's a good question. I'd like to live a little bit longer if possible. Get a bit more sleep would be nice. Have a nice present for Christmas. Do you mean musical plans?
Yes.
Well, it's all about the Pure Trance thing at the moment. I mean, we launched our Pure Trance events thing, which we're going to be rolling out across 2013 all around the world. It's all about that. I've also got Electronic Architecture 3 planned for next year, and I'm also working on Federation album as well, and I've just started the new Solarstone album as well. So.
Takže ptali jsme se Richarda na to, jaký má plány do budoucna a on nám začal říkat ty své osobní, že by třeba rád díl spal, rád díl žil, koupil nějaký dárky na Vánoce, ale pak se teda dostal k tomu, že teď vlastně ho pohlcuje jenom to album Pure, ale že chystá nějaký nový, takže pracuje na nových trecích, takže se nechte překvapit. And Richard, you have a very interesting singer on this album Pure. Claire Stack. She has a really lovely voice.
She's amazing, yeah.
And she's unknown.
Yeah, she is. Well, she's actually a folk singer. She sings folk music. She lives in a place up north in a little valley in England, and she's got her own bakery. You know, where they make bread. She has her own bakery, and she just writes and plays guitar and sings beautiful songs. She's incredibly talented.
Ptal jsem se Richarda na to, že má na albu vlastně zpěvačku, která se jmenuje Claire Stack, a on mě překvapil tím, že mi odpověděl, že to je vlastně folková zpěvačka, která bydlí kdesi u pekárny někde na jihu Anglie a že v podstatě hraje na kytaru, skládá písničky a že to je vlastně talentovaná holčina. I think that The Spell is one of the record of this year.
Me too. I do as well. I do, it's great. The thing is, I didn't do that much with that record. The Spell was a song written by Claire, completely written by Claire. I didn't even change any of the music. I just produced it, you know? It was just such a beautiful, beautiful song. I think it's a brilliant record as well. The thing with trance records, vocal records, is the lyrics are usually shit. Do you know what I mean? But in that song, it actually means something. Translate that if you can.
Yeah, yes. Říkal jsem Richardovi, že vlastně tam má, že to jeho track Spell bude asi nejspíš, je to jeden z tracků roku 2012, na což mi odpověděl, že on si to myslí sám při vší skromnosti, protože prej s tím přišla právě Claire Stack a on, že s tím nic nedělal, jenom to prostě zkomponoval, dal to dohromady, říkal, že vokální trance má v podstatě takový ty texty, které jsou šity většinou a on, že vlastně tadyhle to se mu líbilo hodně, takže to v podstatě do toho zakomponoval.
Zlatka. Víc než rádio. Víc než rádio.
I expect that you will be cooperating with her.
We did actually, yeah, we did. We actually recorded another track at the time when we recorded those tracks. Well, we did actually do 6 tracks. 3 of them went on the album, but the 4th one was a really beautiful ambient song called Stargazing. And that's kind of getting like a deep house remix, and that's coming out on a label called Seamless Recordings in a few months' time. So it's not under the name Solarstone, it's just Claire Stack.
Ptal jsem se Richarda, jestli bude spolupracovat s Claire Stack i nadále. Říkal, že by strašně rád, že spolu natočili 6 tracků, že vlastně 3 jsou na tom albu Pure, další 3, že mu ležejí doma a že s nima něco udělá, ale že v podstatě teď se Claire potřebuje soustředit na tu svoji folkovou práci. Ferry Corsten did some controversial remix for Justin Bieber. What do you think about it?
It's none of my business. I've done some pretty dodgy remixes as well. I don't know, you know, it's kind of like there's 2 ways of looking at it. I mean, either if he remixes Justin Bieber, then Justin Bieber's fans get to hear a Ferry Corsten. The thing is, you can't be a snob about music. The way I look at it is this, right? A lot of people are really snobbish about trance. You know, there's a lot of people out there that say trance is for kids, trance isn't proper music, all this kind of shit. So for other people to accuse Ferry Corsten of saying he shouldn't do something because he believes in it, it's kind of a bit hypocritical for me. I just say whatever.
Tak zeptal jsem se Richarda na takovou citlivou otázku, co si myslí o tom, že vlastně Ferry Corsten zmixoval song od Justina Biebera. On říkal, že teda to není, že by to nedělal, že to jakoby není jeho starost, ale že jako jediný pozitivum, který to má, že v podstatě ty fanoušci Justina Biebera by mohli začít poslouchat Ferryho Corstena, ale že mu vlastně celá ta společnost, ty fandové toho Justina Biebera přijdou takový jakože pokrytecký, že říkají, že trance je pro děti, že to je vlastně takovej shit a že mu to přijde takový pokrytecký zkrátka. Are you planned to change the style like Tiesto or?
Yeah, I'm gonna start playing R&B and dubstep.
Tak jsem se ho zeptal, jestli bude měnit styl a on mi řekl, že jo, že bude dělat R&B a dubstep.
A reggae.
A reggae, ještě k tomu nejvíc. Rich, Christmas is knocking on the door. So have you some message for our listeners to Christmas?
Yeah, Santa Claus isn't real.
Tak říkal jsem Richardovi, že vlastně klepou na dveře Vánoce, jestli má nějaký vzkaz pro vás a on říká, že Santa Claus je skutečný, tak si to prosím vás přeberte jak chcete. Rich,
And neither is Jesus.
A možná, že i Ježíš. Richard, I have in this radio session called Film Party and I must question for you.
Okay.
Do you have some favorite films? Or genre?
Yeah, oh god, films. I'm really looking forward to seeing the new Hobbit film. I like the Lord of the Rings films. I like, God, I don't know, I'm more of a book person than a film person. I quite like the old Hammer House of Horror films. You know the old Hammer films?
Yes, a little bit.
Evil Dead?
Yes.
I like Evil Dead, Exorcist. I like horror. I like old-fashioned ghost stories as well. Like, you know, sort of black and white ghost stories.
Musel jsem se zeptat Richarda, když už mám tu film party, jaký má rád filmy. Řekl mi, že se teď velmi těší na Hobbita, protože je fanoušek Pána prstenů, ale jinak, že má rád horory starý ze studia Hammer, černobílý horory, Exorcista, Evil Dead, teda nejsou ze studia Hammer, ale tohle ty jmenoval. Takže myslím si, že až tak. I have one session here. Sport service. Are you sport fan?
Not at all.
No?
No.
You're British football?
No, I'm Irish actually.
Irish, sorry.
I'm Irish. No, when I was in school, when I was a kid in school, you were either, I went to a really small school, and you were either into sport or you were into music, and that was it. And you basically didn't do both. So I was into music. I didn't get picked to play for the football team.
Ptal jsem se Richarda, jestli, když je vlastně z té Británie, což mě opravdu, že je teda Ir, tak jestli má rád sport a on mi říkal teda, že ne, protože v mládí se vlastně rozhodl ve škole, si řekl, že vlastně buď to bude dělat hudbu nebo sport a rozhodl se pro sport, pro hudbu, pardon. Rich, when do you have a rest? What do you do?
Oh my God. I don't really. I work all the time.
Tak jsem se optal, jak odpočívá a on mi říkal, že neodpočívá, že pořád pracuje.
It's kind of difficult because like music is my hobby as well as my job. I've got a little boy.
Yes.
I've got a 6-year-old boy called Oscar. In the Falcons video. He was in the Falcons video,
yes.
And I spend time with him, obviously. But I don't really have any interests at all apart from music. I just like music. So if I'm not making music, I'm listening to it.
Ptal jsem se Richarda, jak odpočívá, on mi říkal, že v podstatě neodpočívá, protože hudba je jeho koníček a že celý den tráví buď to výrobou hudby, anebo jejím posloucháním a že má vlastně 6letýho syna, který se objevil i ve videu Falcons, takže tam je vidět a že většinu toho volného času tráví s ním. Richard, do your son listen trance?
Oh, my son loves trance. Yeah, his favourite track at the moment is something by The Prodigy. He just loves anything with a beat, I think. He likes Depeche Mode, The Prodigy, Orbital, Solarstone, the Smiths. He's a big music fan. My dad as well, he likes my stuff as well.
Ptal jsem se Richarda, jestli jeho 6letý syn už poslouchá trance, řekl mi, že jo, že má rád v podstatě že jeho práci, tak což já si trošku rozumím, ale že má rád i depešáky, třeba Prodigy, Orbital a tak dál.
Se Zlatkou si užiješ nejvíc. Radio Zlatka.cz.
Well, yeah, where do I find my inspiration? It's funny because, I don't know, it comes from everywhere. You know, it can come from the mood I'm in, or the weather, or something I hear on the radio, or I overhear a conversation in a shop or something. You know, sometimes I hear somebody say something and I think that'll make a great line for a chorus. You know, I'm trying to think of an example now. Like the title of the album, Rain Stars Eternal, that came from listening to a poem on the radio. I just get inspiration from everywhere.
Ptali jsme se tady Richarda, kde bere inspiraci. On říkal, že úplně všude, že záleží na tom, jakou má náladu, co právě dělá, že třeba i když jde do obchodu, takže si tam třeba, když tam je nějaká zajímavá konverzace, že si ji vybere do tracku a pak ji vlastně tam zakomponuje jakožto sbor. So, Richard, thanks for interview, thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me. It's really nice.
Sorry for my English.
No, it's good, man. I mean, you managed to translate all of my stuff into Czech, and you probably missed a lot out. But it's been really cool. Thanks ever so much.
Thank you, and enjoy your gig.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, should be good.
And see ya.
Okay, see ya.
Zlatka. Víc než rádio. Víc než rádio.